Charlotte's #1 country, 103.7 WSOC.
Jingle Bell Jam. Live in studio right now, American Idol finalist, Mr. Danny Gokey's in the house.
Hello.
Welcome, sir. How are you?
I'm doing great. We are flying every day, just on this promotional tour, having a lot of fun and just kicking butt, I guess you could say.
So what was harder, a week of Idol preparation or a week of promotional tour?
Idol preparation by far.
Really?
Idol was, what people saw on the couch on their end of the spectrum is they just saw us smiling and singing one day and at the results show the next day, but we were behind the scenes pulling our hair out and stressing out, at least I was, about what songs to pick. We had all these obligations to fulfill. I mean, I love the experience, but I'm glad it's over.
I can't imagine the pressure cooker. How long is a day in the life of that Hollywood week when you wake up in the morning?
16 hours. It really is. It's 16-hour days.
You almost work as hard as Debbie does.
Even longer.
Almost. Yes, almost.
But the thing is, it was well worth it. It was well worth it. I think I let the pressure get to me, though. Maybe it was just a me thing, but I just let it get to my head a little bit. I learned a few things on the show. I learned a few things about myself, and so things to take with me in this next part of my journey.
See, because of all the Idol contestants, and I really thought you looked as comfortable as anyone and as cool under pressure, especially in the opening rounds. And that's something that occurred to me this morning that I've always wanted to ask of all the American Idol people we've had sitting in that chair that I've always been curious about. The timeline of American Idol, I'm a little curious about. You try out in the summer at wherever it is, okay, and you get the golden ticket. When is Hollywood Week?
I tried out August 8th, 2008, and then I had to go back for preliminary rounds again.
Again?
There's 3 more rounds in October, 4th and 5th, and then in November was Hollywood. Okay,
so by the time December or Christmas rolls around, you're on the show, right?
No, you know that you're in the, and for us, you knew that you're in the top 50. And then a week before the show aired, they had the...
Is that when they call you back and sit you in the room and you go upstairs on the elevator?
The Green Mile?
Yeah.
Well, this year I heard that they're not doing Hollywood Week till January. This is the first time they're doing Hollywood Week in January.
See, because it just occurred to me that if it was like Survivor. Because if you find out that you're on Survivor, you're not allowed to tell anybody. And then once the show's over, you're not allowed to tell anybody what happened. And I had this image of, okay, if Hollywood Week is around Thanksgiving and the show doesn't air until mid-January, are you guys under lock and key and not allowed to say anything?
We signed every contract possible to keep our mouths shut, and we'd be taken advantage of if we didn't keep it shut, basically, in the contract. Yeah. We'd be, I don't know what they would do to us, but they basically scared us.
Danny Gokey is our guest on WSOC. Brand new single, Debbie, can you say it?
My best days are ahead.
Thank you very much. Danny Gokey on WSOC. More with him and My Misguided Mouth. Danny's our in-studio guest. We were just talking a little bit more about American Idol before we get to the country music career. So you never see the judges?
Yeah, we never see the judges. That's the one question I'm asked a lot is, so how was it hanging with Simon or hanging with... I'm like, what do you mean? What was it like hanging out? We never got to see him.
Do you have to hang with Seacrest, though?
Never, not even him. That guy, we didn't hang with him because he was working all the time. Yeah, he works like 14 different shows.
So is Simon really as threatening and scary as he looks on TV?
I saw him one time in a rehearsal for American Idol, and I was cracking it up with him. I was joking around with him, making him laugh.
He laughed, really?
Yeah, he laughed a lot. It was funny.
Yeah, because he said, I got your career right here.
Yeah. One word, Daniel. I can ruin it.
So your background is in gospel. Your backstory, I remember from American Idol, you were a youth minister or a youth music minister.
It was just a music director.
A music director.
For 2 churches, as a matter of fact. And what they didn't share is that, I drove a semi-truck by day and did the music at night.
That's very cool.
Yeah.
So how did you, post-Idol, make the jump to go to do country music?
Well, coming on the show, not knowing much about many, I guess you could say very, very new to the industry, very new to everything. I didn't know what to expect. I came on the show. I knew I didn't want to do gospel anymore, but I didn't know what route to take. But after being on the show and after seeing it all, and then even at one point on the Top 11 show when Randy Travis, when he pulled me to the side, and this is off cameras, he told me, he said, you need to really consider doing country. And he asked me, have I thought? I said, yes. It's always been an influence on my life since I was 12. my first Winona Judd CD when I was 12, and it always had its influence from that point on. But after I'm very into the message, I'm very into the music, and it seems like it's one of the few genres that is about that. It's about music, and it's about just being yourself. You don't have to be anything fake or anything superficial. You can just be yourself, and not only that, but it's definitely influenced by gospel. You know, country, its roots are in gospel. You know, because growing up listening to Southern gospel, that's the country of gospel.
You know, you're right about that. You know, it's really not a stretch when you think about it.
It really isn't, and I'm so glad I'm here. This is my choice that I made. I wanted to be here, and I'm glad the label believed in me and got behind it.
And Lord have mercy, Randy Travis.
Yeah, when he talks, you listen. And
Yeah.
Look at that Danny Gokey fella. He's got different glasses on. I like him. He can sing.
Hey, that's what he said. He said, "You need to really consider doing country music. You would be great. The people would love you."
You see my wife over there, Liv, but Liv loves you.
Well, man, we are excited to have you. I know you're going to play for these people out in our conference area in just a few minutes, and we're really fired up about you being at Jingle Bell Jam on the 16th.
I'm excited. I can't wait for it.
All right, everybody, Danny Gokey!